going on, my fishing brethren? Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I wanted to do a little video to fill you in on the tournament this weekend. It went well. We were post-front conditions, and it was really tough. The wind blew the first day, but not at all the second day. Really kind of put the fish down, and we had storms come through on Friday on the practice day, and Saturday was just bluebird skies, not a cloud, and really calm. So it was tough, really tough conditions. The winning weight was only 10.4, I believe, and the guy who won it only caught 3 fish, and so he caught one big one and a couple of extras to get him up to that 10-pound mark. We caught 5 fish in cold 2 or 3 times, and just couldn't quite get there. We had 9.14, and we got good enough for third place. And so, second tournament, 2 third-place finishes. One of these days, man, I'm telling you, one of these days I want to get that first place, and hopefully big bass too. But we were right there. We had a couple of big bites early on in the day, and we missed them. I think that would have won the tournament for us, but that's the way it goes. And I think I said last video, I never thought that I'd be fishing tournaments again, and I've just really fallen in love with it. I can't imagine not fishing them now. I'm trying to look for every opportunity I can get to fish more bass tournaments. However, there is something still special about going out and just fishing. And so 2 weeks ago, the last video I posted fishing wise was at Santa Rosa Lake, and I was just out there for myself, just an afternoon, and a bad day actually forced me to be out just in the afternoon and by myself, way back in a cove. Nobody bothered me. I didn't see anybody, just me and the fish and nature. Really pleasant, and I really like that. And so I'm not saying I'm only going to tournament fish. That's definitely not what I'm saying, because there's a lot to be said for pleasure fishing and getting away from the city and getting away from home for a little bit and spending some time on the water. Definitely things to be said for that. However, man, tournament fishing has just been really enjoying it. My competitive side has come out where I didn't think I had one. Anyway, that's enough on that. I wanted to do 2 things. Number one, let you know on the brown boat, starting tomorrow, what I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to completely strip all this interior stuff out, all the panels, all the lids. I'm going to take the trolling motor off. I'm going to take all the hardware off, and we're going to completely buff it and get it really, really pretty looking. Put all that stuff back in, vacuum it real good, make the carpet come back. Carpet was almost brand new when I got it, and I've left it out in the rain a couple of times, and it's kind of hardened a little bit. It's got that weathered feel. It's not weathered because it's just fairly new, so I can come in, I can clean it really well, vacuum it, it'll be just fine. It'll be just like new. And anyway, we're going to start that process tomorrow. I have youth camp in 2 weeks, so I'll be taking a big group, and we go up into the mountains. It's a lot of work between now and then. It's kind of crunch time, so I won't really have time to get back out on the water until the second week of June, which is our next tournament. So what I'm going to be doing with my free time, the small amount of free time I have, I'm just going to be spending it on the boat, and I'll make some videos. I'm going to call it This Old Boat. That'll be the series, and hopefully that you stick around and join me for that. I wanted to give you a couple of pointers as I've looked through doing all of this, restoring the 2 boats. And the biggest pointer I can let you know is when you purchase your sandpaper, don't go to Home Depot to get your fine grit wet dry sandpaper. Find you an automotive store that deals with, is that upside down? No. Find you an automotive store that deals with restoration of some sort. They will have this. Now this is a box of half sheets that there's probably 50 sheets in here, and this was $10. I think $10.99. If you went to Home Depot, if you could find 2,000 grit or 2,500 grit, if you could even find that grit of sandpaper, it would cost you $6 to $7 for that little fold out of 5 sheets. And so this is a much better deal. So if you're going to do anything like this, make sure you buy your sandpaper from an automotive repair shop. A place in town. You should have one. Ours is in the industrial district area, but don't go to Home Depot. You'll save some money. Also, something that I was schooled in, don't skimp. Don't try to save money on your compounds and your waxes. Some of this stuff does not work on gel coat. So if you're doing a boat, some of this stuff, like I used last time, that turtle wax, the fine compound turtle wax, it's not made for gel coat, and a lot of times it'll scratch it so much you can't get that out. So just be careful. Buy the most expensive stuff you can get. It'll be better in the long run. This is $20, and it'll do the whole boat. So you got three of these bottles. You got a heavy grit, you got the fine grit, and you got the wax. You can do 4. There's one step in between that I'm not going to do personally, but that's $60-80 just for your compounds, not to mention your pads and all the extra stuff that you're going to use. So spend the money up front, and I promise you you won't regret it. Last thing I'll let you know, I found this Lucas Speed Wax. This is what I have heard when you get off the water. So you got your boat all the way polished, it's waxed, it looks really good. Get it on the water, you get a little scuffs, you get a little banged up or whatever. This right here is what I have heard is the best thing to wax your boat with. That's a speed wax. I need some opinions on that. So everybody has an opinion on speed wax on the boat whenever you get off the water, but let me know your opinions in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for the likes and the subscriptions and the comments, the shares. I really appreciate it. Can't thank you enough. God bless you guys. Have a great, safe afternoon. We'll catch you next time.